Well, first of all, Connor, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no worries.
The first thing that I want to get to is going back to before you were a Blackhawk. And did you watch the lottery with family?
Yeah, I did.
And when the Blackhawks logo came up, what were you thinking?
I was trying to watch as a fan. Obviously, it had, some impact on where I was going to go. But, I was excited. Like, obviously, Original Six. It's just such a storied franchise and city and everything. So, obviously, real time was when I was official at the draft. But knowing that was a likely possibility was pretty exciting.
So who was the first one in the Blackhawk organization to talk to you, and when could they begin conversation to say, hey, we're thinking about taking you the first pick overall?
Probably might have been the Combine. We had the meetings and stuff at the Combine, and just talked to the whole staff, Kyle and everyone, and it was a very good conversation, obviously, and felt a good relationship right away. Really comfortable to talk to all of them, so that was a nice feeling going into the draft.
So Combines, a lot of people don't know what the Combines are for hockey, and that was probably 100+ players that show up in Buffalo.
Yeah.
You go do all these tests. What was it like going there, and how nervous were you about having to do all the strength and conditioning tests, jump on the bike, and do all those tests? How, for a 17-year-old kid, what was that like?
Honestly, that wasn't too nerve-wracking. I think the only thing is that one bike test, you don't want to pass out or something when you're done. But, it was fun. I knew so many guys there. It was an enjoyable experience. And, going there, I wasn't really nervous. I knew that, I think they're watching you all year play. And that's important, is what you do on the ice. It's, you can't, obviously there's things you can do in the gym that, promote what you do on the ice. But in the end, it's about how you play hockey. So I was just going there trying to enjoy it and kind of take that experience in.
So you get through the draft, you get through the Combines, lots of things are happening, the draft's coming up soon. As you prepared for the draft and got ready for it and you heard your name called, you go up to the stage and you got to put the Blackhawk jersey on for the first time as official member of the Blackhawk organization. Do you remember what it felt like to put that jersey over your head when Kyle called your name? Yeah,
it was a special moment, being there with my family and just getting to enjoy that experience with them. And obviously when your name's called and it kind of, you don't really remember walking up or anything, but that first moment of putting it on, I kind of looked down at the crest, and it's a pretty special experience. So I think it's obviously once in a lifetime. So just try to enjoy it, and that was a cool moment.
And then you come to Chicago not long after that. Do you remember the first time you got off the plane in Chicago? What your feelings were when you say, "Wow, this is where I'm going to be for the next, many years"? Did you remember that experience?
Yeah, I think just trying to, I'd never been to the city, so I really just wanted to, experience it. And, we did development camp there, and we didn't skate, so we did a lot of, we did like boat tour, stuff like that, and really got to take the city in. So I think they did a good job with that to get us familiar with everything and, start building relationships with the young guys and whatnot. So it was a fun little week to kind of get to know the city a bit.
Yeah, and then you got rookie camp, and then you jump into your NHL camp, and before you know it, you're running out of the locker room to come on the ice for your first exhibition at the United Center. Do you remember, as you got on the ice, what your feeling was? Did you have to do a rookie lap, by the way, in exhibition?
No, just in Pittsburgh there for the first game.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the biggest thing that stuck out was probably the anthem the first time I listened to it. It was preseason, but it was still pretty loud and energetic in there. So that was something I remember really well. And once you're on the ice, it's just hockey, and you're just playing. You're not really, thinking about it like that, or at least I'm not. I'm just kind of out there playing. So, but when you're, driving to the rink, leading up to it, kind of your first few times, it's a little bit surreal for sure.
And then it comes, like, everything's happening fast. And the opening night, you and Sid are facing off to against one another to start the NHL season. It must have been a special moment to have Sid, come up to you. I don't know exactly what the conversation was, but there's your idol that you grew up idolizing, and all of a sudden you're on the ice playing against Sidney Crosby. Tell us a little bit about that night.
I think same thing. Once you're playing, you're not thinking about it too much. Obviously, that's someone I grew up idolizing, and I think in warm up and the anthem and stuff, that's kind of when you're taking it in. But you know, in the end when you're playing, everyone's a competitor, and you know, I don't think you can really be too starstruck during the game. You might lose focus a little bit. So I was just trying to play hockey and take the experience in, but play the best I could.
Did you let him win that first draw?
I didn't let him, but he sucked that back on me pretty good. So
he did snap that one back there.
Did.
He's competitive. He's not
like,
going to say, "Hey, welcome to the league. I'll let you win this one." He's competitive.
No, that was funny.
Yeah,
I was digging in there too. I thought I was going to get it, but not even close.
So one thing that I find so amazing, and I remember as a player, you know, driving on a bus, and I look out the window and I see a Granato jersey, and there weren't a lot of them, but when you saw one, I'm like, holy cow, someone paid a lot of money to wear my jersey. You see it everywhere, and you started seeing it as soon as the draft happened. Probably as soon as the lottery pick was, it was made and the Blackhawks got it, all of a sudden Bedard jerseys are all over the place. You had jerseys when you were a kid? Did you have a special jersey as an NHL player?
Yeah, I think I had a couple Canucks ones. You didn't
have 𝗵𝗍, did you?
No, I don't think so.
I've heard a lot about 𝗵𝗍 and you. And
yeah, I feel like he's making it a little bit. No, but I skated with him once when I was pretty young. Him and Dan Hamhuis came to one of our skates. But came to one of our skates. But I think I just had like plain. I don't even know if I had a number on the back, but I'm trying to think. I gotta go look.
So, what was your feeling when you pull into Chicago or you go to the draft, and all of a sudden there's Bedard jerseys all over the place? Did you like, holy cow, what the heck just happened?
I think I was experiencing for the first time in Regina when there was jerseys of me there, my teammates there, and you know, kind of that first experience of that is a little weird. I remember the first time seeing someone wear my jersey. It was like right after the dub draft. I was 14, I guess, and someone was on the news. There was like a robbery or something weird, and this guy's doing an interview in my jersey. I was like, what the? Like,
was he guilty of
the
robbery,
or
was he reporting the robbery?
I don't know. He was.
Maybe he robbed the jersey.
I think he was just a random guy that was there or somewhere. The details are very off, I'm sure, but that was the first time I saw someone kind of rocking my jersey. So
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I promise nobody had my jersey at 14.
Yeah.
But so you get here, the rookie year, you know, lots happening. You're going to all these new places. The media's following you around like a rock star. So you got lots of new things coming into your world besides just playing hockey. How did you come to grips with understanding that, holy cow, this is all happening to me, and all I want to do is play hockey? How did you handle all that outside noise?
Yeah, I think that's all you can do is focus on the controllables. And I mean, yeah, I'm here to play hockey, and obviously that other stuff comes with it, and you know, something that you try to embrace. And you know, for me, I'm not the most comfortable person on a camera or anything like that. So just trying to get, you know, more comfortable with that and be able to kind of, you know, keep saying comfortable, but
that's right. I want you to be comfortable.
You know, kind of just show who you are a little bit, and for me, I think that's something that I'm still learning and still growing at. I mean, hockey's the fun part. It's what you've done since you were a kid, but you know, there's so much more to it. The fans and everything that get to see you. So you know, that's an important part and something that you try to take on a little bit. But you know, obviously the main goal is the main goal. So. Just want to play hockey. So
you know when you're picked first overall that the team you're probably going to is in complete rebuild because they were the worst in the league or one of the worst teams in the league to be able to get that lottery pick. And you come in, you know, you have a great year from the standpoint that you got points, you played well, you win the Rookie of the Year, lots of great accomplishments individually, but the team is still going through the rebuild. How did you stay comfortable in understanding that rebuild's a rebuild? And you can't win overnight. Mm-hmm. Were you able to still enjoy that, you know, even though the team wasn't winning as much as you preferred it to be? How did you handle that pressure of being that first pick and thinking that the fans thinking that, okay, because Connor's here, we're supposed to just win?
Yeah, I think, I mean, in the end, you got to realize it's a process. But you know, when we're going out there, we're trying to win, we're expecting to win. So obviously, you're going to be frustrated when you're not doing that, but. When you kind of sit back, and I think especially this year, seeing a lot of younger guys come up and make an impact, and be in the room, just building those relationships. You kind of see what we're going for here, and you know, obviously right now we're, you know, not where we want to be in the standings or whatever, but you know, if we can just keep growing and At this age, I'm 19. We got 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds that if we can, learn how to play now when we're 24, 25, and we're a lot better and we can be competing then. So, not saying that we don't expect to be competing next year or the year after. We're always going to go out there with the expectation to win, but if we can just grow and learn as much as we can throughout these first few years of our careers, that's just going to make us better.
And I think that's outstanding because I've been in lots of locker rooms, watched lots of teams have to struggle through the building process, and as I watch and I see not just the players that are here, but I see the group that's coming too, I can see that, and I'm more excited now, even though you guys have struggled through your second year. There's so many positive things that, in whether it be 2 or 3 or 4 years, you can see where it's going and the direction it's going. And as a broadcaster or part of the organization on that side of things, it's really comforting to hear you say those same things. But now how do you say that to the fans? Be patient, stick with us. And Spencer Knight was a big key. Tell us what it meant to the organization on the, acquiring a goalie of his status and the impact that he's had since he's been here.
Yeah, first off, we want the fans to have the expectation to win. This is a winning city, winning culture, and we don't want to change that. And like I said, we're still going out there with the expectation to win. And I think the fans know they're knowledgeable on hockey of where we're at. They know we're young and growing, but we don't want them to be okay with us not winning as much as they want. Their fans are competitive too, so I think that's what makes it fun. And they stay in it obviously, but we're going out there, we're trying our hardest to win, and we're just going to keep getting better. But yeah, like you talk about with Nighter there, he was a first-round pick as a goalie. That's pretty rare. I think 15th overall or something like that. So to get a guy like that, that's 23 years old, that's won a Stanley Cup, been in that locker room with those guys, and that's huge. And obviously his performance speaks for itself. But such a professional off the ice. I think being in a locker room that has won has been so beneficial for him. At least he says, and you can see it in his preparation and approach to the game.
Yeah, and you got 𝗬𝗏 up now, you got 𝗍𝗏 up, you got Kevin Korchinski was up all last year, you got lots of different pieces that you can kind of see, but you guys are all still young. And then Spencer comes in, and after his first game, he makes that bold statement of, hey, listen, I came from a winning organization, I came here to win, we're going to do it. What does that do for the other younger guys to have somebody come in, like you said, that has won and says that to you guys? Does that bring you guys, the energy to say, okay, I see it now too, and it's starting to make me feel more comfortable with this youth kind of movement? Did that help a lot?
I think so. Whenever someone else comes up, it gives you a little energy, and obviously it's a long season, and when you're losing, it makes it even longer. But when you see someone come and bring that excitement, bring that energy to the room, and he was just so fired up to be here. Obviously, it was a shock to him to be traded, and I think people don't think about the off-ice part. You're picking up your life and moving to different city, different teammates, and everything. So just for him to come with that approach was awesome. And then you mentioned, a week ago, 𝗏𝗏 comes up, and he's pretty happy-go-lucky guy. That's pretty fun to be around. So he brings a lot of energy, and he looks great. I think he's gonna be like a stud. So that's exciting.
Good. And then as you go through the second year, and again, you said, you're trying to win and you want to win, and when the same pattern seems to keep happening as happened the first year, a little bit of push, like things are starting to come together, and then another setback. How are you handling the competitiveness that you have in you and the desire to win? How are you handling that to be able to stay focused on the big picture and then learn from what's going on to help you as you move forward?
Yeah, I never want to, be comfortable with losing or, lose and then you're still kind of fine with it. So I think we all got to keep that competitiveness and expectation to win, like I mentioned earlier, but just keep growing and learning, and every game, every practice, you can take something out of it. So I think that's what I try to do, and some days I'm not doing it, some days I'm pissed off, but it's a process, and you don't want to, I look at it as a sprint. It's a long thing, and it's a cool feeling when I kind of look back and know that I'm a part of that and get to grow with these guys. And when we're good, when we're winning, it's gonna be we're gonna be looking back, laughing at this a little bit, and it's gonna make it that much sweeter. So that's exciting.
Nice. And do you have to remind yourself, with all you've gone through, that you're only 19? Do you still have to understand you're still that young? Or is there just, I've gone through so much already, I'm mature, whatever, or do you still see, geez, I'm still a kid, I've already done all of this? Where are you at as far as how you think through that?
That's not something I really look at too much. I'm just trying to play the game, trying to get better, and I feel like I have a good approach to the game, and to my commitment off the ice, on the ice, to to improve. And obviously you got to figure out what's best for you and what's going to make you better and give you the best consistency. But I don't think if I struggle or anything, it's ever because I didn't put everything I could into giving myself the best chance to play well or to improve. So it's something that I take a lot of pride in, and I know a lot of our guys do that.
So if you have a tough game and the game's over, how do you reset and refocus and not let that tough loss or a disappointment or something that frustrated you in that game carry over into the next practice or into the next game? Are you able to file it and move forward, or is that something that you're continually trying to get better at?
Yeah, a bit of both. I mean, I think there's a lot of times where I can, I'm upset that night or frustrated that night, and then maybe the next day you're at practice with your teammates, and you kind of forget about it. But when things kind of string together a little bit, sometimes it can be tougher, and that's something that you got to work on and figure out. But for me, I'm definitely feel I'm getting a little better at disassociating from the rink and when I'm at home. Whether that's, I don't even know, something stupid, watching a show or whatever, where you're not thinking about the game. That's something that I think is important, and I'm getting a little better at, for sure.
A couple more things. Your sister, you said, is your idol and mentor. Madison, she's coming to town soon. Tell us about why she has that much of an impact on you, and why you look up to her so much. Yeah,
I think when you grow up with someone, and I think when you're the younger sibling, you kind of are just automatically going to look up to the older one, and even when she goes to high school or whatever and goes through those experiences, then she's telling you about it and stuff. So it was always I was always learning from her, and I mean, she helps me with so much stuff. Like I'm a bit of a liability with a lot of things off the ice, so I'll be texting her,
how do I
asking
do this?
her, yeah, exactly, how do I do this? I need advice on that, and she's always there, like anything I need, or whatever, and we're close. Like, she's a fun person to be around. We're best friends, and I think just getting to have a relationship like that with a sibling is pretty special.
That's so cool. So cool. Anything else you would like to say to the fans, or anything else that we didn't cover that would be important for Blackhawk fans to know?
I don't know. I mean, we all appreciate everything. We know it's, like you said, they're coming to the rink and they're supporting, and no matter where we are in the standings, we go to the game. It's loud, it's energetic, and I mean, I love playing here. I love being in the city, and I feel so fortunate to get to be here every day, and we're going to keep getting better, and I think they should be excited. It's a cool time, and I think all the Chicago sports, you see what the Bears are doing and stuff, and it's an exciting time. So just keep cheering us on, and we're going to give it our all.
Nice. All right. The last thing, you have a cousin by marriage that is going to be a potential first pick in a couple of years.
Yeah.
In Gavin, what would you say to him that Sydney said to you or Wayne said to you as you went up to, be that first pick and have that happen? What would you say to Gavin?
Yeah, I mean, I've reached out with him, or texted with him a little bit. He's texted me, I've texted him, and I think just enjoy where he is right now. Like, I look back on my time in Regina, it's so fun. Like, that and World Juniors and everything. And in the moment you're like, man, I gotta play well today, and I want to get to that next level. Obviously, everyone does, and but just enjoy it. Like, it's the best. You're with the guys. You're on the bone rattler for 10 hours, getting back home at 6, 7 in the morning, and whatever. It's all so much fun. So just enjoy the process. And he's got another year and a bit till it's his draft, and he's gonna do great. I mean, he's breaking all my
Is he breaking
my
your
point
records?
things, whatever, in juniors. So it's exciting to watch, and it's gonna come, and he's gonna be in the NHL before he knows it. But it's just gotta enjoy the process.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time. I know the fans, and I'll speak on behalf of them, appreciate everything you've given us so far in the first couple years here, and we look forward to many, many great years in front of you. And we love the process on how this team's building, and go get it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you very much.
much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.